Hello, I'm Rachel Jones for the Finance News Network. Joining me today from Centrex Metals is CEO Ben Hammond. Ben, welcome to FNN.
Thanks, Rachel.
So first up, could you start by giving us an introduction to your company?
Centrex Metals is an ASX listed company. It's a mixed agribusiness and mining play. Our focus is development of the Ardmore Phosphate Project in northwest Queensland, one of the few remaining high-grade phosphate deposits in the world. Phosphate's one of the key three main nutrients required for farming. As the world population grows, so does our demand for phosphate. We've got a market capitalisation of $40 million and we've got a healthy bank balance of $16 million to see us through the current feasibility study on the project.
And now to your Ardmore Phosphate Project in more detail. What can you tell me about the size of the resource?
At the moment we've got a 14.2 million tonne resource and it's close to 30%, and that's one of its key features. Unlike most deposits that are much lower grade and require more complicated process plants, Ardmore is a very simple project. It just needs crushing and deslime to produce what is a premium 35% P2O5 product, and particularly interestingly with ultra low cadmium.
And what stage is the project at?
Look, we've just finished both pilot plant trials and some mining trials. On the mining trials, the deposit's very close to surface. We've shown we can dig it without the need for drill and blast. On the processing, we've shown again to confirm our scoping study results, proving that we can make that premium grade concentrate with ultra low cadmium. Cadmium is becoming a big issue in the phosphate market. It's a toxic metal that can be taken up into the plants. And
what about the economics?
The economics are looking very strong. We completed our scoping study earlier this year. We've got an NPV of $124 to $129 million and we've got a 40% IRR. For the 10-year project, we can produce an average EBITDA of $36 million.
And Ben, where will the phosphate go?
Our main target market is Australia and New Zealand. Between them, they import 1 million tonnes of phosphate rock, most of it coming from faraway places like North Africa, the Middle East and South America. Our secondary market targets are Indonesia and India. Between them, that's a 10 million tonne target market for our just under 800,000 tonnes of production. And we have a significant freight advantage over the current exporters.
Thanks, Ben. And what can you tell me about your other projects?
Aside from Ardmore, we're still progressing the Oxley Potassium Nitrate project in Western Australia. It's a much larger scale project than Ardmore, so Ardmore is our focus to get into cash generation. We've also got our Goulburn Zinc project in New South Wales, just 10 kilometres north of Heron's Woodlawn mine. 3 known sulphide prospects and some drill-ready targets.
And Ben, what is Centrex Metals' strategy and how is that progressing?
Very much focused on getting Ardmore into production. We hope to have our first shipments out early next year. Once we can get that into production, we're going to have a stable cash flow for more than 10 years. There's upside to Ardmore. We have extra exploration leases there, and then we can either continue to develop our other projects or seek other acquisitions.
Last question, Ben. Why should investors consider Centrex Metals for their portfolio?
Well, again, we are that mix between agribusiness and mining. We've got a healthy bank balance, so we're not living hand to mouth. And the Ardmore project is one of the simplest mining projects out there. Nothing complicated about mining, nothing complicated about processing, and all the infrastructure is there, meaning it's a very low capital cost project to develop.
Ben Hammond, thanks for the update.
Thanks, Rachel.